Today we're going to go with a simple, oldie but a goodie, nice and simple, fully automatic AFK chicken farm, fully functional for Minecraft 1.16. If you want to keep your belly full without having to actually run a farm, this is something for you. Next, on creations. Alright, this is one of those builds that works so well, we are ridiculously lucky we can get it this compact. You are going to need a 3x6 area in total for the build. However, on either side of the build is going to be largely wall. So if you need to slim this down and put this right up against your base's wall, this is a build that's safe to do with. Go ahead and in the middle of that area, we're going to drop a chest towards the front. Then we're going to go ahead, drop a hopper into the chest. On top of the hopper, we put the rail. Then we put a hopper minecart on top of it. We take our slab, put that on top of the hopper minecart. Now we might need to get a little bit lower and then grab our staircase, and we put a piece of glass directly in front of the slab, staircase underneath the glass, blocking the cart but allowing to open the chest. Remove that temporary block. Now, beneath here, we need to drop a dispenser that is going into the slab, so it is obscuring the hole, and then a second dispenser on top of it. Second block of glass. This space here is open. The bottom part is our baby chicken area. Then when they grow up, lava is dispensed and cooks them. Coming behind then, we need to drop a hopper funneling into the bottom dispenser. And then we need to put a redstone comparator behind the hopper, taking the signal. This will light when an egg is dropped into it. Since we are working on making this the area for the hatching chickens, there are two things we want to do. We want to go ahead and drop a carpet onto the hopper itself that will keep chickens from falling in and glitching and such. While we're here, bonus tip that I hardly ever see anyone talking about, get a third dispenser and have it shoot directly into this hopper area. You will thank me in a moment. I'll show you why. Grab your two observers. The first observer needs to point directly down, monitoring the comparator. Then on top of that first observer, we grab one piece of redstone dust, a second observer. No. A second observer observes that redstone dust and then sends a second signal to the top dispenser, which will also act as the activation block for the bottom. The bottom will be the egg shooter, the top will be the lava shooter. At that point, the redstone of the build is largely done. What we need to do now is essentially just encase it just a little bit. Now, for this, I'm odd, I like to have things light, and I actually do appreciate glowstone. That is a unique taste, I'm aware. Change it out with whatever you want. Just make sure you do keep this area lit. Then I'll go ahead, drop a second pillar here. I've had a wooden stone theme through my base. We'll go ahead and fill this area up just a touch, simply so we don't run the risk of any possible mob spawn, and because we don't need to have the space open. You absolutely can run it very tightly. We have successfully encased our chicken cooker into the wall. And aesthetically, it doesn't look too bad. But one of the most painful parts of any sort of setup for the chicken cooker is actually getting the chickens in there. That is what that dispenser is for. Go ahead and put that in. Load that up. That should be more than enough. I just had a ton of eggs from previously. I had, an egg farm. So, eggs are not a problem. And then at this point, we put the button onto it. Let's easily click into it, load, and you start whacking the button. There we are. Once you start hitting the click, hearing the clicking, you know that you've already emptied all of the eggs in there, and you can visually confirm that. Now, I'll take advantage of the fact that I'm in a single-player world. I actually got to turn sheets on. Alright, and you can tell we've got a nice stack of freshly born baby chickens right there, waiting to grow up a little bit, and they most certainly will. As with any chicken farm, you're going to want to give it just a little bit of time before we actually expect production out of it. Generally, if you give it an AFK overnight session, you'll usually wake up to some chickens. Okay, and when you give it that time, you'll eventually see that you've got some baby chickens waiting here to grow up to be cooked. And then when you check out the actual deposits, you'll see you've got your feathers and your nicely cooked chicken. Now, just like with the iron farm, the secondary item that you're not real crazy about, I suggest just making that top row a line of that. So like in an iron farm, this would be poppies. In my chicken farm, this is feathers. That way, it kind of just filters up here first, and then the rest of the area can be filled with a nice, tasty, good chicken. I hope that helped. If quick, simple, yet effective builds are something that you like, leave a like and subscribe. I drop videos like this each week. If you want to see more, that's what the playlist is for. I'm Commander Tom. I'll see you next time. Thanks.